Last year I visited Venezuela and made 12 videos. In one of those videos, my friend/guide Lenny took me to meet a local man, Andres, who is a part of a team that feeds poor and often starving children in Caracas, Venezuela's capital city. Andres took us to one of the largest slums in Latin America, Petare, and showed us the work that he and his team does on a daily basis. We linked their fundraising page underneath the video, and the response was unlike anything we could have ever anticipated. $100,000 was raised in the first 48 hours alone, $200,000 in just a month. And now almost a year later, the amount raised will soon cross $300,000. In this video, we will revisit the story, interview Andres, and see just where all this money went. Here with Andres. Can you wrap up our trip together that day when we went to Petare and the results that followed that neither of us were really expecting to see?
Yes, Nick. Well, we are very grateful. We thank to you and all the people that help us thanks to your videos. For us, it was amazing. I always like to take people to Petare because it's the place where I work, and I have been doing more than 10 years working in this place. So when you arrive, we don't have great expectations, only oh, this is a guy from New Zealand and he's a YouTuber, he wants to know how's Petare. But we didn't expect that your visit, it was going to be a turning point for us in the organization. Because we were working really hard to help kids in Venezuela. You know, Venezuela, we have a very difficult situation since more than 3 years ago. And we have one of the worst economic crisis in the world. There are a lot of kids lacking of food and hungry and malnutrition. So, well, I remember that when you arrived, we were very happy because we were going to do a trip in the motorcycles, and I always like to see Petare in motorcycle, and you were with your camera filming everything, and I didn't imagine so much people will look at that and so much people will interact, and the solidarity with people all around the world. For me, it was amazing. My life changed, and the life of all the team changed. Thanks to your video, a person from Canada came to know Petare. For us, right. It was we don't have too much tourism in Venezuela. And he told me I want to go to Venezuela because I saw the Indigo traveler video. So I told him, well, you want to go to Los Roques, Canaima. These are the tourism places in Venezuela, the best places in Venezuela. No, I want to go to Petare. I want to visit the places where Nick visit. So when this guy came, it was beautiful because it's the world is connected. He came because he wanted to be also to know this situation and to help us, a lot of people helping to do huge things. So I think that was the best thing of your video, that it helped us to connect dozens of people. When we talk right now about the project, we said there's more than 10,000 people that help us right now, and that's incredible. More than 10,000 people helping for more than 3,500 children that we feed every day from Monday to Friday in 45 soup kitchens that we have right now. So we grow thanks to your visit. We reach more places in Petare. I mean, the guy, you remember, Maria and Jose, the persons we visit, we moved thanks to the support you gave us. They moved to a better house, and right now that soup kitchen is in a very good place, better than the place where they lived. Remember that they didn't have even a bathroom in their own house. If they wanted to go to a bathroom, they knocked the neighbor's door to use their toilet. So that's for you and for me, for everyone that sees this, that's amazing that you don't have a toilet in your own house. And well, right now they moved to a better house and they have their own bathrooms, and the soup kitchens, it has a very beautiful view in the slum. So, well, it is a big impact in the life of these persons, but it's spread in the life of many others. It's very beautiful, and it's very, for us, like we're having a lot of difficulties in our country, but this gives us a lot of hope. This is the reason why we stand up every day and continue working and continue doing all the things we have been doing.
Yeah, I think going back to Mariana and Jose, I think that they were the people that touched the viewer's heart, because they seemed to be, you know, they were just doing it purely out of love, and they were living in quite bad living conditions, right?
Yes.
I think the audience seeing them just doing everything they can with the little that they had is what really led people to donate, I think. And so the fact that they've been able to move house to something a bit more suitable to their lifestyle, and, you know, more clean, and they've got a bathroom and everything, I think that's you know, really great news to hear after everybody's watched the videos and seen that. I guess like the next question that everybody would be asking, and you've touched on it a bit, is so where have you put the money, and where is the money going towards day by day? I'm sure that's the number one question on everyone's mind, right?
Yes, well, the good thing is that we are managing the money, like to don't spend it everything in one day.
Yeah.
I mean, like really fast. Like we are like we make the
Accounting and
the accounting, yes. Like we make all the accounting in the organization. So as we talk with you, like the first thing we do with the money, it was to move Maria and Jose to a new house. I remember when I told them, it was like a surprise. I sent you a video of that, and Maria, she started crying because she didn't expect that. And she said, like, I'm doing this without wondering to receive nothing in exchange.
We are with Andres and Lenny at the new house, which will be the new soup kitchen. This is Lenny telling them what happened. He's telling them about the followers of the video and followers of Indigo Traveler. He just told them that we got them a new place. A new place. Aww.
Entonces, vamos a ver la casa. Nos va a dar sentimiento a todos, ¿vale?
She did not know that we were getting her a new place for the soup kitchen.
I told her, like, when you do good things, you receive good things instead. So that was the first thing. The second one, we inaugurate 6 new soup kitchens in 6 different places.
Today we're at the opening of our 5th soup kitchen in the community of Colinas 12 de Febrero. The soup kitchen is called Sueños Posibles, Possible Dreams. We will be feeding 30 children. This is the space. These are the children, the mothers. Our kids are already eating. We have a little information board with the menu, the rules, the list of the kids that will be eating here. They're having rice with chicken, chocolate milk, and plantains.
When we told them, like, I every day that we inaugurate one of these soup kitchens, I asked the little kids, the children, like, do you know what's YouTube? And everyone like, yes, I know. What's YouTube? Well, you can see music videos in YouTube. And then I told them about you and all the people that help us. And it is like really good to feel the sensation that the world is connected. So we told them that, well, this new soup kitchen is possible because a friend, Nick Fisher, Indigo Traveler, that with his YouTube channel, he showed this part of the world, this little part of the world that is Petare, and thousands of people help us like to inaugurate this soup kitchen for a year or more.
Uno, dos,
Uno, dos, tres.
Today we're at the inauguration, the opening of the 6 new soup kitchen. We will be serving 30 children here every day. Thanks to the donations and the whole campaign, these 30 children will be having a plate of food every day. And today they're enjoying a slice of pizza.
So we assegurate, like, to move Maria and Jose, we inaugurate these 6 new soup kitchens. When you arrive Venezuela, like feeding a kid for 1 month, it was almost $10. But since there to now, the prices have increased a lot because of the economic situation. For example, the gasoline. When you arrive Venezuela, it was free. It was like a paradox, like we are an oil country producer, so we have to give the gasoline for free. It doesn't work, but we pass from that right now we are lack of gasoline. There's no gasoline in our country, and we have like the more expensive gasoline in the world. If you want to buy gasoline right now, you have to go to a black market, and it's almost $3 a liter. That increased the prices of everything, because the food, transportation need gasoline, a lot of things for work need gasoline. So well, this is more expensive right now, but we're like calm because we have this fund that help us like to manage to continue buying the food for the kids. And you know, like a lot of people ask us, how so cheap, like $10 for one kid for a month? We have this price because almost all the network is solidarity. I mean, we have persons like Maria and Jose that they open for free their houses. We had a lot of mothers that they cook for free. So this is like everyone can do something. The mothers and the community organization.
This is the menu for the opening of the new soup kitchen in El Huequito. Today we're having our inauguration. We're serving the food. And the children are about to eat.
So well, these are like the three central things that we have done with the money. We right now we have the GoFundMe. Yesterday I have like a month without going in to see how it's working, and it's amazing that the GoFundMe, like yesterday, there are still persons donating.
And so the whole virus situation that's obviously amplified the hardships that you guys face in terms of distributing the food and things like that. Do you want to just, I'm sure a lot of people have questions, just walk us through how that's kind of changed and made things harder, the obvious and the not so obvious reasons would be great.
Yes, the first decision we made, it was like the kids pick up the food in the soup kitchens and take it to their homes. You know, like normally they eat in the soup kitchen, and that's also a thing that we try to impulse, because it's like all the community like get around the soup kitchen, and there are a lot of things happening and going on through that experience. But right now we can't do that because we have to preserve their health. And like the first decision is that we continue with the soup kitchens open during all the quarantine, during all this more than 2 months. But the kids, they pick up the food to their homes. The second one is that we receive a lot of donations and we buy a lot of cleaning soup. So we send to all the soup kitchens. So every time the kids go to the soup kitchens to take the food, they have to wash their hands. And we're like helping like to have that idea in their minds. And the third one is that we are like putting a lot of papers like in the walls of the soup kitchen and the slum, like helping like to inform about the coronavirus going on. You know, like we have a lot of difficulty with free media in Venezuela. Like a week ago, they closed DirecTV. We have 10 million users of DirecTV. It was like the first way people can watch TV in Venezuela, and because of the sanctions, the US sanctions, and that there's one channel that the government owns that it's sanctioned, and they didn't take it out of the programmation of DirecTV, and so AT&T was forced like to take out DirecTV from Venezuela. So there's no it is very difficult to have information. So we are using all the organizations and all the soup kitchen to inform all the community about the coronavirus and what's going on in the world, because we are like very disconnected from the world. We thank to God, maybe, or I don't know to whom, but the virus hasn't spread yet in Venezuela. There are only dead 11 persons. It's really bad. But when you see other countries' numbers, like 11 is very low in comparison to other countries. But I think it hasn't been worth, because before the coronavirus, we were already disconnected from the world. No many flights came into Venezuela. There's like people is going out of Venezuela. More than 4 million Venezuelans have left. Well, you know, you remember Lenin, our friend, the guy that put us together. Well, he's a very good friend, and he went away of Venezuela because of the situation. And as Lenin, there's a lot of people going out. So in the middle of all this bad news, like the good news is that our situation, our bad situation, help us like to
protect
prevent
from the outside world,
the coronavirus spread. But we have to continue being respectful with the virus, because although it hasn't spread yet, it can spread. And if the virus spread in Venezuela, it will be awful, because we have a very bad healthcare system. All the person that lives here, we know that if I get sick, well, I mean, it will be very difficult to manage to go to an hospital and to have all the things we need, like to help have a good health.
And so I saw you put a post on Instagram, Andres, maybe a week or two ago, and it was that you served your 1 millionth plate at one of the soup kitchens. So tell us about that.
Yes, that was like a very good for us, because it was like we achieved a goal that we were working hard to do it. It's amazing that to achieve that goal in the middle of this horrible situation, like the worst situation that our country has passed and the world has passed, we achieved the goal of giving 1 million meals to the kids. So I imagine that when in the future, like when I am old, like with my family, and remember this episode in our life, I will be really glad, like to say, in the worst situation, we did the best to help others. And you are part of this, and maybe a lot of people that will watch this video are also part of this achievement, because this achievement is not Andres' achievement. It's the achievement of thousands of people getting together, helping each other, making the solidarity like the thing that move us and that give us strength.
On that note, all the people who contributed, watching this video, what message would you say to them, and what difference has their contribution made in the lives of these poor kids that had no chance apart from the food that you guys have fed them?
Well, we are saving lives. So I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody that helped us, because with only like a small amount of money, you make a big difference in a person's life. So every kid that receives the meal, every kid that eats in our soup kitchens and that receives the food from our soup kitchen is a kid that we save. It's a kid that we save for the future of Venezuela and for the future of the world. So I'm very grateful. I don't have words. I have like the
goosebumps.
Yes, I talk about this and all my skin I feel so happy. I mean, like all the team, because I don't know if I told you this, Nick, but when you arrived to our lives and to our organization, we were struggling very difficult situations in the organization, because we were doing a lot, but every day it was more and more difficult. So like in the team, a lot of persons were like, well, can we continue doing this? And I told you that this thing was like a turning point for us, because it was like a lot of oxygen, a lot of energy that we received, and help us like to increase our work and to increase like our all like
motivation,
the way we feel. Yes, the motivation, the way we feel about the project. And well, right now, like we can see like to the past month, and we can see to the future with hope.
So with everything that's happening in the world, if you push that aside for a second, the future of the kids of Petare is looking a lot brighter now.
Yes, look, right now, most of the fathers and mothers of these kids, they have like works. They work in informal works. Like they have like their earnings, their money, like daily. So the situation, it's a very hard situation for them and for everybody. I imagine a lot of people watching this video that they also have been struggling because their earnings have decreased, and the economic situation, it looks really hard. But in this case, in Petare, I can't imagine how it will be if we didn't have these soup kitchens for these 3,500 children. Like for most of them, this is the only food they are having in a day, because their fathers doesn't have money to buy more food. So I have received calls and messages from people like crying to thank us for the work, because they say, if you wouldn't be doing this right now, I don't know how my life will be. Maybe my kids will die, maybe I will die. Like it's a very hard situation for everybody. So I'm also grateful, because nobody knew that this was going to come. The coronavirus is like took us all like for surprise, but to being like this solid, like the organization, to being like in this moment with this strength because of all the work and because of all the help we received from you and all the people that watch us, like help us like to manage in a better way this difficult situation of the coronavirus. So in the middle of the bad situations, this is a great opportunity for us, like to continue doing our work and to continue like helping others.
Encerrados en nuestro
It's the achievement of thousands of people getting together, helping each other, making the solidarity the thing that moves us and that give us strength.